Vince Curry's an event of tradition. It's an event that is steeped in history. It creates champions.
Starting signal given for the 2016 Vince Curry. Another chapter of this great race about to be written.
The then president of Ipswich was a fellow called Ted Meehan, and he was trying to get Saturday night racing at Ipswich. And in the old days, you had to have a tie-up, as in broadcasting in those days, to get TAB support. So therefore, he approached Vince Curry, who then was in charge. I think he might have been the racing director at 4BC, and was mentioned to him. Vince came on board, and he said, what a great idea, because Vince was then working for 4BC, and they were only doing the harness at Albion Park, and he thought it would be a great mix. Greyhounds and harness of a Saturday night. God bless him.
The event itself is a nursery for future champions. Its format with 75,000 to the winner ensures that the cream of the young stars target this event. And they arrive, they have a 3-week series. That of course allows the dogs to develop, peak at the right time. And so come final night we have 8 great chances invariably in this race, and invariably they go on to greater heights. So it's a real nursery for future champions. The sparks fly once again, and I'm absolutely confident we'll see yet another star in the making emerge from this series.
Believe it or not, Vince Curry never ever called a greyhound race. The club decided to name it after him because of his input into getting night racing, Saturday night racing at Ipswich, and it's great. Like, you can go out and win derbies, you can go out and win Young Guns, you can win Ipswich Cup, but to win the Vince Curry, it's very, very humble experience. It's well known. People, it's well thought of, and it's one of those races that you want to win. You want to win. You can go and win the $1 million race now. Well, when you talk about the $1 million race, it's all about money. This is all about prestige.
Green light on. The 2022 Group 3 Vince Curry Memorial Racing.
Shipwreck's still on the way up, and he was probably a greyhound that went through that series and developed as he came, as the series itself progressed, and he's now furnishing into a greyhound that we expect to be a real player in the major events in the summer carnival and later in the winter carnival. Earlier, of course, we've had greyhounds such as High Earner that have gone on to be stud phenomenon. So this is an event that creates champions. It's a breeding ground for great performance. It's a breeding ground for great performance at stud as well.
Yeah, look, everyone looks forward to the Vince Curry every year. There's certain high quality greyhounds always emerge out of the Vince Curry series. It's Australia's richest maiden, and named after one of the iconic race callers that we've had in Queensland, Vince Curry. And it's great that this maiden's continued from strength to strength, and I'm sure when we move to the new complex, it will be one of the big features that's on the calendar.
The oncoming of the new track, this series will be carried across to the new complex. People are going to support this type of race all the time because it's a very, very rich maiden race.